So I always say, I don't have ashes to ashes, dust to dust out of nowhere. And so if I fake smoke, I get the power of God in the smoke that goes, and I can use it to help and do stuff. And then I have ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I like a lot of spells and rituals and stuff connected to like ashes and stuff. And so where else are you gonna get it? Like I don't just carry my holy water on the side of the dash all day. Although holy water is pretty easy because I'm holy. No, you buy a bottle of water and you have holy water. In fact, there was a monumental god, an original, really old monumental god. Kind of like me, but of course way younger because I created them all. And I picked up a water bottle, one of them smart waters, to get my day started. And I was getting ready to drink the smart water. And the god was like, I'd give anything to drink that water. I'd give absolutely anything to drink that water. I was like, yeah, it's amazing how far holy sacredness really goes, huh? In my world, it's just the beauty of everything I touch turns to holy sacred. You really should maybe think or say my queen, my queen, my queen, and see how it works. It's pretty fascinating the way Jesus works so hard to have these crowns, these halos, these titles. And yeah, when you touch water, when you touch something, it's like the Midas touch. What did they say? I've got the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Only it's like everything you touch turns to like holiness and sacredness. It's really fun. It's kind of a cool thing. Because like you could be a saint. It's a damn hard lot of work. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to make people think it's like the fun of having sex powers. You can't just order up holy sacredness. You have to earn it with God's, and it's work. You don't just wake up holy sacredly. It's work, but it's worth it because everything about you, everything you touch, everything you do is so whoa. But like you earn it, you have to work real hard, and the work of God, it's not an easy, fun one. Just getting sex powers, just maybe getting psychic powers when you weren't a psychic. Like a lot of that is so fun and easy, and doesn't take much morals. And then that's another thing. To be holy, sacred, like a saint, you can't earn it with your morals. You have to build it with God. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat or lie. It's hard work. That's why there's not a billion shrines, about a billion humans all there. It's a lot of hard work. But it pays off. It's worth it. Like, if you guys are interested, it's worth it. It does pay off. And sometimes when you're like a Mary or a Joseph, you'd want to be so good and amazing anyway. Why not work with gods and get like a special holy sacred crown about it or something? Or some holy sacred legal right to make a necklace people can wear or something about it. Because it is kind of cool. But anyway, I was talking to a bunch of gods. So we were talking about the power of smoke, the power of God, the power of a lot of things. We were talking about how lightning bolts have become a fascination for goddesses. I don't know how else to say it. Goddesses are infatuated with the husbands now. So now goddesses want human boys to have lightning coming out of their penises because it's so fascinating when the husbands have that now they're just like, but why do we have to stop at the husbands? There's so many of these little cute boy humans. So we're trying to figure out how to turn girls and boys into something a little bit more sparky and lightning-y. But like I was putting on that video, I was talking to boys that are average boys that would give you very honest average answers. And they didn't seem to be lighting up real big about an actual lightning bolt coming out of their penis. It seemed like, that just seems like it could hurt somebody. Like, that just seems like that's too much. So, if you guys have any tips, maybe ideas on making it more fascinating or exciting to be more and more powerful. The girls are wanting to play with all the humans. And then there was one more thing, because I was talking to gods and they're like, you gotta post this. What else was the one more thing that was kind of important that they wanted me to post? I love these super flame things. This thing just blows out such super flame. And you don't have to think twice, and you always know this flame is gonna work. Oh, the babushka lady, that's what. Okay, so everyone's been flooding in about the babushka lady. And the omnipresent piece of me that walked up and down that cloud and blew out some lightning, but a tiny blow of lightning, tiny little blow, explosion, burst of lightning, and walked up and down the cloud. And the babushka lady thing. So the gods were like, you should post a little bit more about that. And I thought, the first thing I'd want to talk about is how the United States was so cute back in those days. Back in those days, that Kennedy man was a very good man. And he was very impressive. Very impressive. He did want a better country, a better world, a better life for everybody. And he was very serious about it. Very, very good man. And he wanted a good future. And he wasn't joking. And boy, it really shows you how many corruption people were in the United States back then that really didn't like him because he wouldn't do shady things and stuff. And so they didn't really like him. And it goes to show in the older times, they got easily hyped up and paranoid. They didn't know what a cell phone was, but I was definitely probably the messenger of death with my death machine communication system. It's like when you catch an alien and you're like, it's an alien spaceship. We don't know what it is because it's an alien spaceship. It's beyond us. So they get all paranoid and hyped up and turn it into anything. And yeah, back then, I must have been the messenger of death with the death communication system. And I stood out among the crowd. Why was I doing that? Why did I have these things? And the United States was getting all weirded out because there was this alien and he showed up in a spaceship that crashed. So every now and then the United States can actually destroy an alien ship. They do have some skills, which is, important to say because normally you can't take down an alien ship. They're so much damn smarter than, this planet normally. But sometimes they take down. But in this case, the ship just crashed. So sometimes aliens' ships are like a car that stops working or something. The alien ship doesn't work or gets weird and doesn't fly right. Or, like an airplane. Excuse me. Like an airplane where there's like a balancing system in the airplane where the wings do these weird things. There's this whole balance system within them. And when the balance system gets haywire or weird, it can't fly right. That is a common thing among aliens. Their spaceships are very, very smart, amazing technology. They can depend on that technology like flippity, fluck. They're so damn smart. But the balancing systems are weird, like nuts and bolts kind of problems, weird imbalances or weird things, and all of a sudden, their whole spaceship will crash. Goes to show, even when you're so smart, maybe that's not the total solution. I guess. If you're that smart that your technology will never let you down, how the hell do you not make a nut and bolt and balancing system right? But hey, everybody's different and nobody's perfect, so I don't know. Maybe when you're so smart, you don't think of the little things and don't think you need to think of the little things, and that's what gets you. I don't know. But that spaceship crashed, and the alien didn't completely die, and the United States got their hands on the alien. And the alien was saying, something's coming to this planet. It will be a supreme perfection of goodness, giant, and bring much death. And the United States got so weird and paranoid and freaked out, they killed Kennedy. They joined as a country and said, we gotta get rid of Kennedy. He's probably the problem. He's so damn good. You're like, oh my gosh. One day I have to tell this story because, boy, that poor guy was a really good man and he didn't deserve to get shot. And it was the United States. It wasn't that weird guy or whatever that they framed. But they were trying to frame me, the babushka lady. And I was just there to tie in cell phones and the fact that they were killing Kennedy and that alien had arrived. Because what nobody knew, and this is why the gods want me to put this on video, what nobody knew is that that alien was one of the biggest, most important aliens that had figured out the end of the world without any God's help, without any Bible or Da Vinci Code or scientific help. And he really was one of the biggest giants that figured a lot out all by himself. So it was such a mesmerizing, massive, big moment that I made sure I showed up with the cell phone, with the cell phone kind of bringing like something that I was going to bring to Earth. So I had a cell phone telling the world that I was going to bring that to Earth so that it would be on permanent record everywhere when I brought technology to Earth. And why technology? Duh. Angels. Angels. Why technology? I just realized from a god I should wait so a psychic maybe can try to figure this one out. What does an angel have to do? What does an angel have to do with Kennedy getting caught in the crossfire and killed? An alien that figured out what nobody else can figure out or know without any help. And the reality of technology coming to a planet. What does an angel have to do with it? An angel was the first giant to ask gods to create something to protect and care for everyone before the first technology ever existed anywhere. So as a babushka lady, technology existed in other places.